But I know what it's like to come here and go, hey, that sounds good. I'd just like to not have to eat at these buffets the rest of my life. I've got 14 dudes in my room right now. Someday I'd like to come to the convention, have my own damn room. I know what that's like. Believe me, you don't want a room with Dan Charlier and Guillermo Haro for 4 days. That is not a bathroom you want to walk into on day 3. I'll tell you right now. But I've never really talked about this in our company before, and I just want you to know how honored I am to come from this company. When I travel the world, when I'm doing my show, every single day, man, I think, man, this is all because of this company. It's all because of what I learned here. It's all because of the support that I've had here. But I want you to know I know what it feels like, and I want you to write this down. On the other side of temporary pain, you will meet your other self. On the other side of temporary pain, you will meet your other self. This dude named Napoleon Hill put that in a book called Think and Grow Rich. And I know what it's like to have pain. I know what it's like to suffer. I know exactly what it's like. I've never talked about it in our company, and I don't like talking about this, but today, just to give you hope, I'm gonna share personal things with you. Some of which I've never shared before on any stage in my life, but this is my family. And I want you to believe you can be up here someday. I want you to believe, precious you. This convention's not about me, it's not about the other people that won here. This convention is about you. Precious you. You were born to do something great with your life. And it's time someone reminds you of that. Listen, that sounded like a phrase. Let me say this to you again. You were born to do something great with your life in big ways and small ways. Things people will know about and people will never know about. And I know this. On the other side of temporary pain, if you can survive the temporary, on the other side of it, you meet your other self. See, I think successful people, maybe you write this down, that I've interviewed or that I know, or they have a different relationship with pain. They almost pursue it. Because they know ultimately they can go through this, they need something about themselves that wasn't there before. Let me give you an example. I've made a lot of money in different businesses, especially this one. But in all those businesses, I really only have 2 or 3 skills. I don't have the highest IQ, right? I'm not the sharpest. I don't know if I'm the hardest working or not. Maybe right now I might be, but I don't know that I'm the hardest working. But I have 2 really good skills I've built a lot of businesses with, including this one. And let me tell you what they are. 1, I'm very present with people, and I read them well. And I believe they sense I care about them when I interact with them. I think they get a sense about me, like, this man cares about me. He believes in me. And the second thing is I've become a pretty good communicator. Those 2 skills have served me very well. In fact, I hear lately, Mylett's doing all these other things. He's not in WFG. That's interesting because last year we broke the all-time base shop recruiting record. See, some people, there they are. Thank you. Some people think just because you're doing a lot of one thing means you still can't do a lot of another. That's limited thinking. Don't let those fools tell you limited things about you or anybody. Okay? Don't let them do that. I'm very much involved in the business. I just recruited my daughter. I built a pretty good sized team. Our new little team we started the pandemic has 26 new SMDs, 11 front line, 1 EMD, $250,000 earner, 8 6-figure earners. That's not on the Leaders Bowl. I've been doing that while shooting a show for NBC, while traveling and speaking, while running 23 other businesses, while having the top podcast in the world, while writing the #1 book in the world, and this. So don't let someone tell you you can't do it. So where's that come from? I'm gonna tell you where it comes from. I'm gonna tell you. You stop. It's all duct tape. It's a 51-year-old man under here. That's what it used to be. Why do you think I don't come on the Hawaii trip anymore? I don't want to disappoint everybody. Let me tell you where those skills come from. I'm the son of an alcoholic and a drug user. My great-grandfather died in a gutter in South Boston. He drowned, passed out, drunk. That's what I come from. Growing up, my father was an alcoholic, a heavy one, a loving, unbelievable man, my hero, because he eventually became sober and changed his life. And that's why I deeply so believe that people can change. I watched my hero do it, but I watched my dad the first 15 years of my life not live well. And then I watched the next 35 years him live better than any man I've ever met in my life. So when I say I believe people can change, I watched it. But those first 15 weren't beautiful. Where my abilities come from is that when I was 5 years old, I had little sisters. I ended up with 3 little sisters, but I had to figure out which dad was coming through the front door. I don't know how many of you come from any neglect or stuff in your family, alcoholism, drug addiction, divorce. Maybe they didn't love you enough. Maybe they thought small. Maybe they didn't give you enough water. I don't know, right? Mine was my dad. And at about 5, when he would come home, I've never talked about this in WFG, and I've talked about it a little bit outside of here, and today will be the last time because I don't like doing this. But I'll have to read which dad was coming through that door. If it was drunk dad, my sister should probably get upstairs and my mom should probably go take a shower, and I'll be down here with him. 5 years old. I would have to read him when he came through the door. Is his tie loose? How's his hair? What's he smell like? What's his language? How's he walking? And if he's drunk, Mimi, get your sisters upstairs. Mom will go take a shower. If he was sober, we'd just go have dinner. It got to the point where I could tell as a little boy by the sound his key would make in the lock. Just the sound.